Hey everybody, it is Kevin from the Recording Corner. How are you all doing, man? Thank you for joining in. Thank you for coming to my channel and checking this out. This is Does It Work? Brought to you by the Recording Corner. And what we do is we take something and break it. It's kind of take it and break it. Or in this case, we don't really break it. We test it. We see if it works the way it says it's supposed to work. Is it revolutionary? Is kind of the path we're going down right now, because everything says it's revolutionary. Almost everything releasing, game-changing, revolutionary. The best thing that's ever happened in the audio industry. So today we're going to take something that has been on my radar for a very long time, and it is called Neutron by Izotope. Now, this plugin is pretty expensive, once again. So what I did is I have Ozone 6, and then I have a couple other Izotope products, and they ran a sale. If you own this, you can get all this for X amount. And so I did all that, and I was able to get this bundled in with a bunch of other things. And I've never used it before, and it's supposed to be amazing, revolutionary, game-changing, AI-based, this and that, which, by the way, I'm not anti any of that. The marketing on some things just blows my mind. So I want to put this through its paces and see if this really doesn't work. And how easy would it be if I, as a kind of a newer engineer, kind of just jumped in and started using it? Would it be a huge learning curve, or could I really get in there and start tweaking? So let's get to this. Now, once again, as you guys know, here's my picture-in-picture. This is something new that I just set up so you can see me working. And this is the session that we've been working on. We've been working on this session. And I've been using all the plugins on this, so everybody's familiar, by the way, with what this sounds like if you've been watching the channel. Up here is the song, so let's hit that really quick. What song we're going to be kind of working on, but we're going to take elements from the song.
I used to dance in my dreams. My mind shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
So a lot of you are already familiar with that song already. And what I'm going to do is take the vocal, and we're going to work with that first with Neutron, and we're going to see what it does and how it can enhance it, or what it does to the actual sound. So let's bring this up really quick. Okay, so here is our plugin. Right off the bat, love the colors, love the contrast, love the darker setup within this plugin as well. Let me see. Yep, it's got where we can actually expand the interface. That's nice. It starts out, this is default, so it looks like it starts out automatically with like an EQ sitting in here, and or we can adjust. That's kind of nice right here. Well, that's actually a really good feature. Look at the solo button right here, where we can solo these frequency ranges. That's really nice. Learn, I would imagine, is the learning kind of the curve or something. Limiter built in on the output. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Wait a minute. So that's the learning. I'll get to this in a minute. I'll push buttons as we're going. What does this do? Nothing at the moment. Masking. Okay. Up here, all right. Compressor, exciter, gate, sculptor. That's what I need on my body. I need a sculptor. I also need to get to the gym more often. Maybe like every day. Transient Shaper, unmask, and so on and so forth. How many of these can we add more if we wanted to? Like if I go like this, will give me another. Oh yeah, well. Oh yeah, you guys know what I want. Okay, so this is good. So far, so good. What is this thing up in the corner? Don't know. Settings. Enable tooltips. Wait, is there tooltips on here? Oh, yeah, look at that. Tooltips. Oh, I love you guys. This is awesome. Panning center right now. There's no width that's showing. That is polarity switch. this looks pretty fun so far. So good. What's this lightning button? I don't know, but it's like, I was hoping like if you push this, it'd bring up like an AC/DC song or something, but it doesn't. Okay, let's go back to here. This is kind of cool. All right, so let's do one thing first. It looks like we have this thing where it looks like it's duality here. One, I can just jump in and grab my vocal. Oh, my computer. Oh, man. Somebody needs to put some love on that. What is this thing? And why? Wait. Did that just automatically put in everything that I want? What? I am so confused right now, everybody. What is this? I'm going to... What? Can anybody explain to me? This says default. Why did that just happen? All right. Well, that was easy. We got back. I actually brought over a window over on the other side. It popped up. That brought it back to the default. All right. We're not going to hit any buttons for the moment until we figure out what in the world just happened. I feel like my computer's about ready to smoke out the side of it. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I'm actually running an i7 with an 8-core Intel processor in it. It has 64 gigs of RAM and a solid-state drive internal. So but I'm also running it pretty heftily. I'm not running my video capture, differently away from. So that's where I'm getting a lot of this from, is just that I may have to upgrade my computer here eventually, which means a great time for this. If you guys subscribe and hit the like button and a little dingy thing, then maybe we can get a better computer here. That's all. That was a shameless plug. Let's keep going. Soft saturation. That sounds nice. All right. So we're going to try this again. Do not correct my vocals.
I used to dance in my dreams. And
This is really laggy. I can't.
Scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
Okay, so I'm going to come up here. My mouth may be a little bit off on the sync, but I'm actually going to bring this in 12 and see if I can get this working a little bit better.
I used to dance in my dreams.
A little
While
bit.
my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
I can hear, you guys can't hear this, but I can hear the computer fan, which is, on an iMac, is kind of on the back. I can hear it kind of going right now. Means that we're really pushing the limits, probably more with the video side than the audio. All right. So now let's get this on the learning side. Over here. What is this thing? Well, okay, it already, what? So this already has, I can do a relearn, but it already put a curve on here. Let's do relearn.
I used to dance in my dreams. And while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep.
Okay.
Is there a point of no return?
So this is,
Another fate.
so this white line kind of represents where it's already at. And then I think this orange line is kind of representing where it should be. Now, there's a couple things down here that says like pitch, punch, not pitch, punch, distort, and width. So we're going to mess with that in a minute. What is this doing?
I used to dance in my...
So tone match, we're probably going to have some problems with this computer while we're working on this. But it's okay. We'll get through it, guys.
Dance in my dreams. And while my eyes shine bright, my...
So it looks like if I put this up to 100, that it's going to match up with what it's saying, or I can just dial in when it first did it. It said like 17%. Let's hear this again with a bypass.
I used to dance in my dreams. And while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
Okay, so if you heard that already, what you actually heard was the vocal clarity. It actually started sounding more clear. What does this punch looks like? It gets like chubby. Chubby punch. All right. That should be a name of a new drink. I want some chubby punch. All right, here
I
we go.
used to dance in my dreams, and while my shine bright, my scars run deep.
Okay.
Is there a point of no return?
Maybe that's some kind of a compressor. This is interesting. I got the North Star. Well, that's appropriate for Christmas. Enables classic harmonic. What is this one down here? Enables dramatic harmonic. So classic and dramatic. Let's go. I'm a drama king. Let's just crank this thing. Let's see what it does.
I used to dance
Wow.
in my dreams, and while my shine bright, my scars run deep.
That's a cool overdrive.
Is there a point of no return?
Okay, all right. So I'm a little blown away by that. Here's the reason why. That actually really did sound like you were like clipping an analog piece of gear. Scratch was crazy.
I used to dance in my dreams,
Wait.
and while my shine bright, my scars run deep.
Oh, you hear that?
Is there a point of no return?
You can actually mix and match the harmonic sounds. So what that was doing, I don't know what this tone, this probably really cranks it. So as I was moving this around, you could hear it like going between scratch and clipper and kind of mixing and mashing and putting them all together. So that was pretty neat. Now I'm going to go up to like more of the subtle, but I'm going to crank it again.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
I actually really kind of like this distortion module. It seems to be creating a really cool analog sound within it. And I know that's probably what they intended, but it works. It's really nice. This did fatten it up as well. This is AI and it got the vocal right. Yep, we are definitely doing a vocal. If we want to do a relearn or whatever, we'll do that. Let's go with width. I would imagine that's going to pan this more out towards the outside edge of the speakers. Let's hear what that
I
does.
used to dance in my dreams, and while my shine bright, my scars run deep.
Okay. Absolutely nothing on mono source. So I think if I had to say one thing to Izotope on this would be to maybe have a button here where you could hit stereo and it would spread it to stereo and move those out to the side. So because most vocals that you record are not going to be stereo, they're going to be mono, and maybe it's a mono background and you almost want to push those out to the side of the speakers. So that would have been nice here because this did nothing while I was pushing it because it was a mono source. So that's the only small gripe that I have on this right now is it'd be cool to have this width be able to have a stereo button. So if it was mono, you just leave it, and if you want it stereo, you pop it. And maybe likewise, if it's in stereo, you hit the mono button, and it can sum it back into a mono signal. Are you hearing me? Izotope, hire me. I got good ideas. Okay. No, don't hire me, because then I will not be able to do these videos. Okay, well, this was new. When I came back to this screen, I got some Christmas presents. I like Christmas, and this was really nice. Also, go Buffalo. Don't hate me. I am from upstate New York. Western in nature, southern tier. All right, so this is a sculptor. I don't know what this does. Hang on. That's an information. Enables process. Really? Enables okay, right. Oh, all right. Maybe it would be nice. Is there anything here that tells us what it does? Sculpt something. Don't know. Maybe it will make like a cool sculpture of something, of like a microphone while we're working on this. Maybe it's connected to like a laser printer or something. Equalizer. Okay, so this is what they're saying they think this needs to make it sound better. So the machine heard it and said, these are the bumps. Interestingly to me is a bumping. It's bumping in the low end down here for a vocal, which is really weird that it's trying to add the 100 down on this. Vocal, normally you don't add down into the lower registries like that. You can really get into a world of hurt. This looks like it's saying 199. So it actually bumped the warmth. Hang on.
I used to dance in my dreams.
Okay.
And while my shine bright mascaras run deep.
Can we add? Oh. Ask and you shall receive. You can actually add another one. How many of these can we add? 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. Where's 11? Oh, 11's up here. Can I add any more? Okay. That was fun. It looks like little cube, pool balls coming across here. So you can add up to 12 of these. And Exciter. Let's see what you're doing. Trashy. Classic.
I used to dance in my dreams.
Crossover
And while
point.
my shine bright mascaras run deep. Is there a point of no return?
Okay, I understand why somebody might. You can see right now, everything is on the struggle bus. I would imagine. Let me look up something really quick on Pro Tools. I want to see what my system is using right now. Wow, that's really weird. What about when I hit
used
this?
to dance in my
Okay, this is bizarre because
used to dance in my dreams. And while my shine bright mascaras.
you guys are all seeing this with me, right? The actual computer usage is barely being used, and it's just lagging the snot out of this. I feel like what's going on is there might be something with the programming on this. Just a guess. I don't know what, but it feels like maybe it's the programming on that. You know what we're going to do? We're going to run a test, and now we won't. This isn't a deep dive. This is just whatever. All right. I'm just giving my thoughts. EQ. So we got the EQ, got the compressor.
used to dance in my
Threshold.
dreams.
Nice.
And while my shine bright
Or it
mascaras
is where it
run
was,
deep.
right? What do we go all the way down here?
Is there a point of no return?
Okay, so we're really hammering it down, but it's showing
Another
the.
face people
But if we go
make
with ratio,
when they
yeah,
were
see.
full of bad love
This is nice.
faces.
Actually, guys, this is a really nice compressor because it shows where we were and where we're at, and makeup gain here, attack release. So pretty standard. The other part is it does have what's this crossover
I
doing up
used
here?
to dance in my
Wow, this is
I
really.
used to dance in my dreams. And while my shine bright mascaras run deep. Is there a point of no return?
All right, well that was interesting. What about this? Let's
I
solo.
used to dance in my dreams. And while my shine
Okay.
bright mascaras run deep.
All
Is
right.
there a point of
2 compressors, almost like the double double one from Antares, and then an
used to
exciter,
dance in my dreams.
which normally an
And while
exciter just
my
makes
shine
things
bright mascaras
kind of
run
move.
deep. Is there a point of no return?
That was kind of nice. All right. So I'm still really kind of lost on this sculpt thing.
I used to dance
Oh,
in
no.
my dreams.
Oh, I'm not
And while
anymore.
my shine bright mascaras run deep. Is there a point of no return? Another face people.
All right. So there is just a lot going on this. Let's put the limiter on and see what happens.
I used to dance in my dreams.
Oh.
And while my shine bright mascaras run deep.
That's pretty cool.
Is there a point of no return?
If you guys hear little dogs barking, I got 2 little ones that are kind of sitting in the next room over. making a lot of noise at the moment. Yes, this is a studio, but we have actually two studios. Here, let me explain this. Let me look into the camera so you can see. The way my house is set up is we took my garage and we turned it into a studio. It's not a garage studio. I literally built floating walls. This whole thing is built crazily with acoustics in mind. And then next door, though, where I have a door, and in there is my wife. She's an artist, so she has an art studio. And so when, like, my child is, like, sleeping, or, like, I just heard something banging on the door in there. So when somebody's sleeping, we bring the dogs in. And so that was my 2.5-year-old, and he's coming in right now. I'm going to introduce the world to him. Come here, buddy. Did you have a nap? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Hello, everybody. He just got up from a nap. This is Jonathan, and he is the apple of my eye, and I love this boy. And so everything we do is for family. He looks a little grumpy right now. He's a little shy. He ran up and then, hey, can you look at the camera up there? See the camera? There's a camera up there. Can you see it? Can you say hello? Hello. He doesn't want to say hello. All right. Here we go. He's going back to Mama. You just came to the realest channel ever. And I love that. So now I got my studio dog. His name is Chester. He's kind of hanging out with me. And that was actually a really nice break. He went down for a nap a couple hours ago. And but explaining the way things are at is we have a studio, recording studio, and then we have an art studio. And they're connected, and then the rest of the house goes the other way. And this area is very separate, and we have like loft spaces and different things in the house. My daughter lives in the loft space, and then my wife has her art studio, and then I have the garage as my studio. So that's kind of like when they're sleeping, I put the dogs in the studio, and they're there. So let's go back to this plugin real quick. Once again, guys, I am, just a real guy with a family, and I love audio. So, and I love my family. I really love my boy. Let me go back really quick. The story of my boy is real simple. He's adopted, and there's a whole story I'll get into on this channel, probably here and there. I don't want to get into it now. This video is going to run forever. But he was adopted from birth, and right at the hospital. And I absolutely love this boy. And he is the heart of my heart, and he's the apple of my eye. And he is a wild little man at 2.5, and he loves life. He loves technology. He was being a little shy on camera, but he actually is kind of a little bit of a comedian too. So, okay, let's go back. All right, here we are. So one of the things I'm noticing pretty heavily on this is that this plugin is using just a lot of resources or not programmed, or something just doesn't feel tweaked. And I know it's like processing a lot, but when you bring up that meter, normally that kind of shows you the overall health of what's going on within the session. And with very little happening, it's a little concerning to me on how laggy this is, and how it's kind of struggling on an 8-core i7, with 64 gigs of RAM. It's just, in my mind, I don't really get it. Once again, Sculptor is unavailable in zero latency mode. Is this zero latency? Launch Tor. Remove. Okay. True. Auto gains and anonymous. Nope, not going to do any of that. All right. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Can we solo? Sculptor has full-bodied snare. Voice control. Let's See if that does it. Oh, just kind of click it. All right, got it.
I used to dance in my dreams, and while my eyes shine bright, my scars run deep. Is there a point of no return?
All right. So interestingly enough to me,
I used to dance.
it sounds like what's happening on the vocals with Sculptor. It's almost acting like a little bit of Soothe kind of built into the plugin, or like the Smart EQ3. I think Baby Audio has one as well or something, where it actually takes the resonant frequencies out and some of the frequencies that might be really bouncing. So it does all that. I think I am done with this, and I want to now come back to the camera and talk to you guys here a little bit about my thoughts on this particular plugin. All right, here's where I'm at a little bit with this plugin. There are a lot of impressive features within Neutron. There's a couple of things that I really, really love. Let me tell you about the things I love first. I love how everything, even when they did Ozone way back in like version 6, when I was using that, when they were doing that plugin, I was impressed with the way that they would, the modules and all-in-one kind of plugin, so you didn't have to put them all. Now, in a channel strip or on your track, and different things. Now, that's not a bad thing, having everything on a track, especially if you work that way, so you can put like a mastering chain up. You could actually set up a chain similar to this as a engineer or mix engineer, and you could have that chain doing the same kind of things a little bit. But Neutron kind of takes it a step further, where they inject artificial intelligence a little bit in there, and and maybe in there a lot, when you put the signal through, it goes, oh, this should sound more like this. Okay, so first it analyzes, it goes, what kind of thing is coming through right now? So that's almost some of the process. Oh, it's a vocal. Okay, if this is a vocal, this is the way it should sound like. Okay, it doesn't quite sound like that. Here's what we suggest for you to correct it to sit right in the mix. Now, that's okay normally. The problem with that approach is that your vocal has other things in the mix it's competing with. So for one plugin to say it should sound like this in the mix, without almost, does it take into consideration, I'm not accusing it of anything, does it take into consideration the other things that are in the mix? Because if it doesn't, it means that vocal, even though it's the most important thing, could actually be interfering maybe with a guitar frequency or something else, right? So that's kind of where my thinking is on this. Now, the cool part is then that's where they give you the tools manually to be able to go in and carve it and make it sound a certain way. So that's all good too. This video is probably running long only because this is a really complex plugin that we're looking at over here in Neutron. And there's a lot of things going underneath that hood that I don't think any of us understand what's happening. We understand the lingo of compressors, exciters, I hope, and EQ, and maybe some sculpting, which the Sculptor, like I said, is kind of like Soothe or something. It's taking resonant frequencies and it's kind of balancing them out and doing some, I thought it was doing some pretty cool things. But once again, where does the line kind of go between you as an engineer knowing your craft and then just letting something else do everything for you? That's where my question is where do we sit on that kind of scale? And for me, I mean, here's where I'm at. If I were going to use this plugin, it would be if I was in a real hurry to get something out really fast that I just don't have a lot of time to work on, and it's a really quick turnaround. They want it like yesterday. I would probably maybe use it then. I also have a lot of my own chains set up already, So who knows? I mean, I'm also, guys, if you get to know me, you'll know that I'm the type of guy that I just love experimenting with stuff, and I love interjecting new things in because I feel like it kind of flips it on its head a little bit when I don't understand what it's doing. When all of a sudden I get this great sound, I love experimenting with, and I love using like technology as part of a tool to be able to sculpt the sound as well. So this maybe does that, especially with those distortion and things down there. I kind of really like that, but overall, let's ask this question. I think this is where we fall on this. Is this a revolutionary product? Like an article that I read claims, and they made it sound like it was the best thing that had ever come out. My answer is no. And the reason why is because Izotope has been on this kind of technology for a while, doing their own thing with it. And this plugin has been out more than version. I mean, we're on Neutron 4, right? So there had to be Neutron 1, 2, and 3. Wait, wow. Can I count today? No. Neutron 2, 3. Dude, I don't even know. Neutron 2, 3. There we go. 4. And so there's 4 versions of Neutron. And so along the line, 3 had to have some of these in there. Now, I also know this about Ozone. Ozone 10 has a lot of the same features as Ozone 11. So they've added, like, I think with Ozone 11, I think they added that sculpture feature, whatever that is, in there. I upgraded from 6 to 11. I opened up 11 once and didn't really use it. I just wanted to see the new features. So maybe I'll do something on that as well. But I think once I covered this Ozone product, it may actually kind of flow over to, or this Neutron product, it may flow over to Ozone. So as far as revolutionary, I think it was at a time. I think now what they need to really work on is making it play nice, and maybe making it so that it doesn't, whatever it was doing, lagging, and the screen was lagging, and I don't know. I think they just need to maybe tweak the coding a little bit. That's just where I'm at with it. And I think now that they're with native instruments, that might be part of the deal, is they may actually really tweak it. So I'm going to give this 3 wrenches. Nothing to write home about. Would I use it? Probably in certain circumstances. And I may really try to get more into a deep dive on it on my other channel, which is the Recording Corner. So this is, does it work? This is really just take it, break it, and see if it works. And you guys are seeing at the same time that I open it. Then I have my Recording Corner channel, and that channel is really all about tutorials, how-tos. It's going to have interviews with other engineers and a lot of other cool stuff, and we are creating content for that right now. So like, here, subscribe. When we come out with that and upload stuff up to the Recording Corner, I will let you guys all know on this channel that thing is in full motion, but we're just constantly just recording content right now. And that's where it's at. So once again, it looks like there's a little piece of hair right there. You got to meet my son. His name's Jonathan. And you got to see him right after his nap. And we got to see Neutron, which is 3 wrenches. And, man, that's all I really have to say about that. I don't think, if you see when I'm reaching back here, I actually have an Elgato Stream Deck. And so I do all my stuff and have all my macros set up. But guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting this channel. And I'll see you guys on the flippity flip on the next one.